In 1714, Philip V of Spain won the War of the Spanish Succession. One of his first political measures was to abolish the Catalan laws and institutions that had been in place for 500 years. Catalonia would no longer be a free country, but simply a part of the new unified Spanish state. The new king set about homogenizing every aspect of his territory based on the Castilian culture. For this purpose, he replaced public officials and governors, imposed high taxes, and enacted the first law banning the use of Catalan language in public administration. That was only the beginning of an ever-increasing repression of Catalan culture that would last for generations. The Catalan language evolved from Latin centuries ago in the same way as French, Italian, or Spanish did. Despite its importance in the world of literature, it was suddenly excluded from the public arena. It was now down to the people to keep Catalan culture and the language alive. In the second half of the 19th century, Catalonia had a flourishing economy based on modern industry, mostly textile production. The local bourgeois, as well as some leaders from the working classes, started working to place Catalan culture in the public eye again. This period was called the Catalan Renaixença, the Renaissance. This outburst of cultural activity swiftly led to political demands too. At the beginning of the 20th century, Catalonia regained its united administrative system and a certain degree of self-rule. Barcelona's regional government leader, Enric Prat de la Riba, drove to reinstall a single institution to coordinate decisions among the 4 Catalan provinces, and in 1914 the Mancomunitat was finally established. It was abolished 11 years later by the Spanish dictator Primo de Rivera in 1925. In 1931, with the arrival of the new democratic Spanish Republic, the Generalitat, the government of Catalonia, was reinstated as an autonomous government within Spain. This period was a significant step forward towards regaining recognition for the Catalan national identity, but it wasn't to last long. In 1939, after a 3-year-long bloody civil war, Spain fell under the dictatorship of General Francisco Franco. Democracy disappeared from Spain, and just as King Philip V had done, Franco abolished Catalan laws and illegalized Catalonia's public institutions. Thousands of people fled into exile, while those who stayed faced relentless repression, including prison, forced labor, and executions. Being a defender of Catalonia was one of the worst offences in the eyes of the regime. Lluís Companys, the elected president of the Generalitat, went into exile in France, but the Nazi Gestapo arrested him and handed him over to Franco. On October 15, 1940, he was executed in Barcelona. During the 36 years of dictatorship, Democrats and the defenders of Catalonia had to work in secrecy, their lives at risk if they were found out.
Españoles, Franco ha muerto.
In 1975, Franco died and his regime also fell with him. Citizens of Catalonia, here I am. Those were the first words of Josep Tarradellas, the president of the reinstated Generalitat, as he spoke to the crowds on the day he returned from exile in 1977. These simple words were the starting point for a new stage in Catalonia's history. This was followed by the approval of the Spanish Constitution in 1978, the Catalan Statute of Autonomy in 1979, and the election of Jordi Pujol as president of the government of Catalonia in 1980.